Hi there everyone, welcome back to another video of Late Customs. Today's gonna be a little bit of a confusing day because we have so much to do that I don't know where to start. But I think today I'm gonna start by removing this gearbox and actually removing as many of the components around this engine as I can. This is actually my B18B Vtec engine that I will be fitting in my Vtec. So I need to start stripping this gearbox off here, as well as all the other components that I know look here, what I can work with, and I actually need to get myself a list of items I need to buy in order to refresh this engine, which I'm not gonna internally refresh it, but I mean like all the components around the engine, like the cam belt, the water pump, seals, gaskets, just like small stuff like that. That's the one thing we have on the list. The second thing we have on the list is actually to remove the Walbro pump from this chassis right here. So actually I have Fred's old fuel pump right here. This thing is perfect for a 150i T-Series engine, which I will be fitting in that vehicle, which I'm still currently waiting on the seller to get the engine removed. So I actually got the engine this far. I'm not entirely sure if the seller's gonna disappoint me, but this far I'm still looking for a D15 or a D16 setup, a complete setup just to throw in this chassis, start up and just use the car as a daily. This car on the other hand, well, we have a lot of stuff to do on this car. As you guys see, my Vtec wheels are off, and the reason for that is because I actually got fresh Falcons wrapped on the Vtec wheels. The loom on the other hand, I actually have a different thing with the loom going on. So the loom's actually running through that hole right there. And my entire goal with this is to actually close that hole up right there. Close that hole right there. And maybe to close that hole right there, which the loom is running through. And obviously all these small holes just to give the engine a nice clean look. I'm also looking for some dashboard mounts if any of you guys can assist me with that. The reason why I'm saying that I would like to flush all the holes that the loom previously went through is because I would like a very clean look with the car. So what's gonna happen with the loom is that I think I've sourced a grommet underneath here, and no, it's not the big grommet located by your shifter. It's one little bit forward, just underneath the center console right here. There's like a small grommet right there, which I think I can use that same hole right there, drill 2 holes and actually well secured. The only problem I think I will have is the heat coming from the road as well as the exhaust. So I'll obviously need to get a proper loom running over the harness to make sure it's secured and it won't melt or anything like that. But I think it's ideal idea to actually run everything behind the engine. So all the wiring will be behind the engine, will be coming from the center and just spreading to all the components on the engine, like the sensors, the injectors and the throttle body, and well, you guys know the buzz. I just want everything nicely cleaned up, and like I want you to look at the engine and be like, where is all the wires? Like that's the goal I'm going with this build. I was gonna tuck all the brake lines and stuff like that, but I don't really know too much about that. I'm maybe gonna do my research on that, but for now I'm just gonna tuck the wiring, flush the engine bay, and I'm still waiting on a color suggestion from you guys. I know you guys have commented a few colors. I'm not entirely sure what color I'm gonna spray the car. Actually I am sure what color I'm gonna spray the car, but it's a very high maintenance color, if I can say it that way. Oei, hier staan die mannen hier so. It's a very high maintenance color. So I'm gonna see where I go from there. But I think let's start by removing this gearbox right here, because this engine can't look like this. I actually packed up all my other parts for my Vtec in a nice crate, so I know we're actually nicely organized. And guys, I still have a Vtec gearbox for sale right here. I'm selling this Vtec gearbox. The Vtec gearbox is in a very good condition. I'll list all the components I have for sale in the description down below, because we only have like a few more components for sale, like the starter, the alternator. I don't think I will be using the aircon pump. I have the gearbox for sale. I think that's technically all I'll have for sale. I don't think I'll be selling anything else besides that. And yeah, that's about it. If I don't get the box sold, I do have a B18 engine standing right here, which previously beating knock. So I think I might just refresh the engine and throw this gearbox on there. But less talking, more working. I'm gonna get this gearbox off real quick, and we still need to get this linkage removed here as well, because this thing can't hang like this. It was literally a struggle for me and Tegan to get this engine on here. Unfortunately, because I don't have an engine jack or engine hoist, I couldn't like easily lift up or raise up the engine to get it on the jack stand. But we managed to get it on. Tegan just left. Well, now I can actually easily start stripping this engine right here. One thing I actually need to do is start stripping all these belts, get the alternator off, get I can actually maybe just leave this on, but I think I might just remove it anyway. And the main goal is to actually get everything removed so that I can actually check out the seals, check out the water pump, and I need to use a few of these for samples because, well, you know how it goes with the spare shops with the underparts. You need samples. I need to actually get myself a list of parts I need to buy. Like, I really know I'm gonna have to buy all the seals. It doesn't matter what condition the seals are. All the seals, cam belt, water pump. I might just go with brand new belts as well, so that I know that is sorted. You need to go with a new crank seal. I'm gonna do some gasket as well as valve cover gasket. Might as well buy a Vtec solenoid gasket right here. Well, I think it's like a gasket right here. There's actually a new gasket in here, but I'm talking about the gasket right here. And obviously a complete service kit for the engine as well. I'm just extremely glad I got the engine on the engine stand. And well, the main problem I had was that this spacer right here was actually way too long. So what I did for the time being, I just ground it off because I needed to find long bolts. But I noticed that if I ever do need to have these extended, I can literally just use some spacers or some washers, and I can literally just space them up once again. But for now, I'm extremely happy with the fitment. The motor is very sturdy on this engine stand right here, and now I know I can literally start stripping, and just like when I'm done with the engine, just push it in the corner and now I'll be sorted and I'm done for the night. I'm actually struggling with this right here to get out this pin right here because I need to get this linkage removed. So that's the only problem I have. Once that's removed, I need to clean up this gearbox, and then I can actually post this gearbox for sale. Yeah. This gearbox right here is actually my Vtec's original gearbox, so I will be keeping this because I know, well, that I have at least still something left of my Vtec. So I will be keeping this. Hopefully we can fit the exhaust here soon, and One thing I also still need to do is actually clean both cars' engine bays. With this car I'm going to do a normal setup, no wire duct, nothing, just a plain simple setup, and I need to clean this engine bay as well as that car's engine bay, because even for car's engine bay that look quite neat and clean, it's still extremely filthy. But let's start to strip this engine repeat. I'm a bit tired at the time, and I really haven't done much, to be honest. But we got the engine well stripped, I guess. We got the timing in as well, so don't worry, the timing is in. One thing I've noticed is that on the cam timing is actually slightly out. The lines right here below the valve cover are not well across each other. So I think it's because the belt is probably tensioned over the course between, well, the major servos until this point. So I think I definitely need to replace the belt tensioner, water pump, all the seals and gaskets and stuff like that. But the reason why I didn't remove the tension as well as the belt is because I'm too scared, niggas, but anything can happen when someone just tries and turns the engine. You might just bend the valve. So I'm gonna leave everything on exactly the way it is until I actually have replacement parts for it. And obviously this side, I'm sure you guys can see, I need to replace the seal as well, because it's actually, well, like you said, it's actually leaking as well. So that seal needs replacement as well. But I'm happy with the current state of the engine and the progress that we made today. I will be calling it a night. I still needed to remove the Walbro pump from the car, but I'll do that tomorrow because I need to fit the original pump once again into the car. But I think I'll do that tomorrow because I'm extremely dirty, I'm extremely tired as well, and we can actually just get the engine stand just sitting there. It's literally so amazing just to see the engine on the stand. Unfortunately the valve cover is a bitchy bad, but the other valve cover I repainted is inside. I just need to strip it. I will be respraying this one and the other one I have inside, so I know I have two valve covers. One valve cover, which I think is this one, I will be hanging up somewhere in the garage just to make it look like a Honda garage, because nothing at the current time is showing Honda except the Hondas. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, don't forget to smash the like button. Do comment down below if you guys like the progress, and if you guys would like me to go a little bit more in depth on how to set the timing and like changing the water pump and stuff, because I really didn't show any of that while actually doing it on Tegan's engine where we fitted it. So the only thing I won't be able to do is the valve stem seals, which I'll most probably take the car to someone or the engine to someone to do that. But comment down below if you guys would like to see some insight on all of that. Do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as well if you guys are liking the content, and if you guys are a Honda fan and a golf fan. And guys, I'm gonna buy some parts for that car soon, so you guys will see some, well, videos on the other thing coming soon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.